Welcome to the Bat Bungalows installation video. We're going to show you how to install your bat house on a wooden post. In addition to a multi-chamber bat house, you will need a 4x6 or 6x6 pressure-treated wooden post at least 16 feet tall, pea gravel and or concrete, 2x4 boards, preferably one made of cedar, exterior grade screws, some 2.5 and some 3 inches, 6-inch bolts, they can be lag bolts, hex bolts, or carriage bolts, exterior grade adhesive caulk, post hole digger and a tamp stick, an electric drill and drill bits, wrench, tape measure, pencil, etc.
You'll begin by cutting the cedar 2x4 the width of your bat house. Our multi-chambered bat houses measure 17.5 inches wide. If you are using pressure-treated wood, please be sure the board has had about 6 months to let the chemical treatment leach out of the wood a bit.
Line up the 2x4 with the top of the bat house just below the roof line. You're going to measure and drill 4 pilot holes using a countersink bit. Because the interior frame of our bat houses extend into the chamber 1.5 inches, your pilot holes should be 3/4 inches in from the side to ensure the screws do not protrude into the chambers. You can apply adhesive caulk between the 2x4 and the bat house. Attach the cedar using 2.5-inch exterior screws. We prefer ceramic coated decking screws.
You may be wondering why it is that we suggest multi-chambered bat houses when you're installing on a pole. Multi-chambered bat houses are thermally stable and will likely attract nursing colonies. A single-chambered bat home is less likely to be used if it's not attached to a home, a barn, or other structure. You can always back up a single-chambered bat house with a multi-chambered. In fact, that's what we're just about to do here.
When you're ready to drill the pilot holes in the second 2x4, be sure to center the board with the lower front panel of the bat house. You can see where it should line up by looking at the side of the house as you see here. Again, drill your 4 pilot holes 3/4 inch from the side and use 2.5-inch exterior screws.
Prepare to cut another 2x4 by measuring the height of the bat house. It's optional to use a 2x6 as you see here. This time you're going to add 6 inches to that measurement. This wood can be pressure treated since it doesn't come into direct contact with the bat house. This is the board that will be used to attach the bat house to your wooden post.
Center this board in the middle of your bat house. Draw a couple of guidelines and line up the board so it extends 3 inches above and below. As you can see here, he's measuring the 3 inches that will extend from the top and the bottom.
Drill a couple of pilot holes. This time, you'll use the 3-inch screws. If you use longer screws, take a moment to be sure the screws will not penetrate the bat house chambers. You can always fill the screw holes later with putty and then prime and paint the wood. You can add a 3rd screw in the middle for extra stability.
Take a flashlight and shine it up into the chambers to make sure none of the screws are visible. As you can see here, we're experimenting with a single chamber house, since we'll also be attaching a 3-chamber on the other side of the post. Bat houses back-to-back on poles with one facing north and the other south are ideal roosts.
Line up the top 3 inches of the 2x4 or 2x6 with the top of your post. Pre-drill a couple of holes for your 6-inch bolts. As you can see, we're still using the 3-inch screws, but you can use the 6-inch bolts here. And of course, add the bolts at the bottom as well.
Add a line of caulk where the cedar 2x4 meets the bat house. As you see here, we're adding the 3-chamber bat house.
Since you'll be digging around 3 feet into the ground, you have to be sure you won't be hitting any underground facilities. You want to avoid utility disruption to your neighborhood, never mind the fines and repair costs.
Check out this yummy bat house sandwich.
811 is the designated call before you dig phone number that directly connects you to your local one-call center. This is usually a free service. Each state has different rules and regulations governing digging, some stricter than others, so please see call811.com for more information.
For a 16-foot pole, use a post hole digger or auger to dig a hole about 34 inches and about twice the width of the post. Add an additional 2 inches of depth for each additional foot of post beyond 16 feet.
Set the post in the ground and orient it so it faces the sky where it will get the greatest sun exposure. Full all-day sun is often successful in all but the hottest climates. If only partial sun is available, morning sun is preferable. The house should be placed at least 20 to 25 feet from the nearest tree branches, wires, or other potential perches for aerial predators.
We're going to go ahead and mix up a little Quikrete here. You can find this at your local homeowner store. You want it to be about the consistency of thick peanut butter. I'm going to use a little bit of pea gravel as well. Thick and crunchy.
If you're going to use cement, we recommend that your post be a pressure-treated pine. That'll last you a good 25 years. Use a bubble level to be sure that the post is vertical. These pieces of wood will be used as stakes to brace the support poles.
Brace the post if needed with scrap wood to ensure it remains straight.
We're going to let this sit this way overnight just to make sure that everything settles nicely. The following day, you can remove the scrap wood that you used as bracing posts and get rid of the stakes, and voila! You have a beautiful bat house on a post. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Bat Conservation International for all of the work that went into these installation instructions.